excited to share with you guys. I have worked relentlessly for the last month and a half to just really hone it in, nail it down, and get it to where I'm like pretty consistent with it, but then also it just feels good, and I feel like I finally got it. Like after a little bit of fine-tuning and getting to the point where I had to just be like, you know what, you need to just shut everything down in your brain and in your life and just go to bed. So I'm going to share with you guys everything that I kind of do to essentially get a good healthy night routine going, and a few things that have actually really helped me with just getting better sleep, more quality sleep, if you will. I've struggled for the last few months with waking up with headaches, waking up a lot at night, and then up until like finally honing in this routine, of course, just in general getting enough sleep, so the amount of hours I would sleep. So I feel like the hour part, I've like finally consistently gotten myself to about 6 to 7 hours every night, which is still actually not what's recommended for women. I think women are recommended to sleep around 7 to 8 hours every night. Now I'm in a very grind season, which means that I have to sort of just put in the sacrifice and the work a bit right now, but the day will come when I'll be able to sleep a full 8 hours, hopefully. All those other things I mentioned though that I used to struggle with, or I should say that I struggle with, are actually things I still struggle with till this day, but it's not every single night anymore. It's been a while since I've woken up with a headache, maybe once in the last month, which is really good for me. I'm still working on getting my stats up with my Oura Ring. I love this thing. If you are somebody who very much wants to be in tune with their body, I mean, from balancing your hormones, cycle syncing, to just knowing your stress levels throughout the day, the quality of sleep. In this case, I highly recommend getting one of these. I know that they're a little bit of an investment, but I promise you it's worth it. I never take mine off, and I would recommend it over an Apple Watch any day. So we won't chat for too much longer because I do need to get heading home. So I just finished up work. I am heading home right now as we speak. For the most part, my evenings, what they consist of after work, have been not the exact same every single day. Most days it is very similar, but I do have a cutoff time of doing any of the things that I'll work on at night. So sometimes, most of the times, I will work out in the morning. Occasionally there is still a night workout here and there that I pull off because I'm not perfect, and there are moments I genuinely miss my alarm, and there are moments that I really try very hard to just listen to my body. If I have a little bit of a free evening and I have nowhere else to be at night and don't need to necessarily wake up early the next day, then I will just let myself sleep in a little bit till about 6 and go work out at night. So most of the time I'll work out in the morning. So this whole routine has actually really helped with being able to wake up at all and get that done. And the mornings so far for a workout have been the best for me because they allow me to do all these things in the evening. So it's interesting, both routines go hand in hand. And in this vlog, I'm just going to be sharing my in-depth night routine, of course. Like tonight I have a few chores to do around the house, and then I may work on a little bit of content for tomorrow and up until 9 o'clock. And the evening is dedicated to basically either working on my Arbonne business, editing vlogs like for YouTube, working on my social media stuff. So I'll be like batching content, I'll be planning content, anything that entails basically any of those quote-unquote side hustles. Finally, daylight has been lasting a little bit longer this month, and I think daylight savings is coming in a few weeks, which is really exciting because then I'll probably be able to do evening walks again. Like right now, my number one priority is getting home. Gonna have dinner with Jagger. We spend about the first hour, maybe hour and a half, just kind of like debriefing, chatting about our day, catching up a little bit, spending quality time together after being away from each other all day. And since I've been kind of treating my 5 to 9 as my another part-time job, he has just kind of been going off and doing his own thing, like either playing a game or watching a show, which is usually actually just playing a game. He likes to treat his game playing like a part-time job. So, but then when we separate, that's essentially when I will go and start the preparing process for the next day. So I'll start prepping all my clothes, I'll start packing my lunch, I'll start changing into my comfies for the evening, my nighttime skincare, if there's a lot to do. Like today I'm wearing a little makeup, so I'll have to deal with that. I prep my clothes for the next day now that I actually have to put a little bit of thought into what I'm wearing. And then I basically make my way over downstairs to start all the work and stuff that I'm gonna do, whatever it is I'm choosing to work on that evening. Yeah, so I'm gonna take you guys along with me. Hopefully this vlog gives you a little bit of inspo, and maybe there are certain things that will align with you and that you feel like you can greatly benefit from incorporating into your evening. And there will be others that really are just not for you, and that's completely fine too. Since I am essentially dedicating my evenings to basically pouring into other things and people, I do give myself at least 15-20 minutes at the end of every night before I go to bed for me. So whether that's reading or watching a show, I pick and choose what it is that I want to do for the last 20-30 minutes. And that has been something that's been a big game changer for me, because for the longest time it's felt like there is no time for me, and I was, let's just say, I hit burnout a few weeks ago to the point where I have been grinding so hard, and Jagger had to go to his boys' night and steal my laptop because he's like, you're not working, you need to get out and go mindlessly people watch somewhere or walk around TJ Maxx and get a coffee. I was like, say less, done. So I did that one evening, and I remember after that I felt very rejuvenated. So it was a huge wake-up call for me to just know, like, okay, you need to like take a step back and make sure you're dedicating at least 15 to 20 minutes an evening for you. Some days I'm super tired, so if that means just going straight to bed, then I will. I'll call a night early, and I remind myself none of this stuff is do or die. And even, you know, my job and stuff like that, all those things I still show up for, because I have to clock in and I have to show up to work. But none of these things are going to make or break me right now if I don't get it done in that second, if that makes sense. But I hope that overall my routine shows you what structure and organization and just intentionality on every minute counts, and how you choose to operate those few hours you have outside of your job. Maybe you want to start a side hustle, maybe you are just a busy individual and a busy mom, you handle a lot of things on your plate, whatever it may be, and you struggle with maybe just getting in even a workout. I hope that like the way that I'm structuring this and like showing you how intentional I am with every single hour, because every minute counts, kind of gives you some ideas of how you can structure your evening the same way, even outside of your full-time job. I read a quote today. It's not your 9 to 5 that's killing your dreams, it's how you're handling your 5 to 9. And I 100% agree with that, because I think that sometimes people forget that unless you treat your side hustle like a job, it's never going to pay you like one. And so that's something that I have just been really working hard and relentlessly for with social media and with my Arbonne business. And so I don't have any kids, but I know that this is not going to necessarily get much easier. So if I can't hone it in now, it's just going to get harder for me. I'll take you guys along with me throughout the rest of the night.
In the corner of the crowded room, your eyes meet mine. Conversations fill the air, lost in space and time. I don't ask for your name, it's already carved in the air. I won't light a flame, it's already burning when you are near. Taking steps to keep my distance, I don't am I strong enough to guide my heart away from it all? I won't call your name, it's already carved in the air. I won't light the flame, it's already burning when you are near. Do we all so slowly lose control as emotions overflow, falling into the unknown? Or do we all guard our small fragile hearts as we're softly breaking apart, afraid to give in to the start and open up our hearts? Do we all so slowly lose control as emotions overflow, falling into the unknown? Or do we all guard our small fragile hearts as we softly break?
The last thing I do right before I go to sleep is we mouth tape. Right, Binky? I've been using the Skinny Confidential one just because that was the only one I knew of at the time, and I've actually really liked it so far. I've been to mouth taping before I started doing it, and the only reason I've been trying it out is because, again, my goal with my night routine was to try to get more quality sleep so I can feel more well rested in the morning. And I have to say, every time I use it, it definitely does. My stats actually do come up better according to my Oura Ring. So includes my night routine. So hopefully it was helpful. And all the little things I shared with you guys kind of give you a little bit of inspo of what you can possibly do to get better quality sleep. I have been, like I said, I've been reading and researching so much on how important sleep is and just how vital it is. So don't sleep on sleep. And if you liked this video, let me know in the comments, because I would love to do more routine-based ones in the future, like even my morning one, or potentially like my workout one, or maybe a reset one on a Sunday, or what I do to get ready for the week, all those things. So retainer is in. Now the tape must go on. Before I can no longer talk, I will see you guys in my next video.